Group number 1, this is going to be your reading. If you selected the Parrot card, you can let your guard down. Things are looking up now. Okay, that's going to be the message from the Parrot. There's something here about affirmations, being kind to yourself in the words that you're repeating. I'm also kind of picking up on color therapy with this Parrot energy. Okay, you can let your guard down. Things are looking up now. So you may be really worried about, see how this Parrot is looking back. Okay, you could be looking back towards the past and thinking that certain events are going to replay in the future or that something bad is about to happen. But the message that needs to come through for the Parrot group today is you can let your guard down. Things are looking up now. Okay. I have some cards pre-selected for each pile. So the first card for you guys is the Page of Swords with Dill, again with the affirmations, with the Parrot energy, but also research, right? You could be researching the herb dill. You could look up certain recipes that you could be making with this herb, or you could be looking up the health benefits. I think it's something to do with heart health. Okay, you could be working on heart healing, whether that's physically or emotionally or spiritually, right? Something to do with heart healing with the Parrot group here. Okay. Being kind in the words that you're choosing to say to yourself, just as you would with your houseplants, right? Speaking kindness over your pets and your houseplants and choosing to have that same kindness towards yourself. We also have the paleo diet showing up. It says the paleo diet advocates eating whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean meats, nuts, seeds. It restricts the consumption of processed foods, grains, sugar, and dairy. I'm also feeling like if you guys replace your Tupperware from plastic to glass, that could be beneficial for your health as well. Okay. We have distracted eating. It says eating while watching TV or working may cause you to forget how much you're consuming. Slow down and savor your food. That can help you control your intake. Okay. There's something here about, I don't know, I'm just kind of drawn to her pajamas right now. The clothes that you're wearing, the comfy clothes that you're wearing. Maybe you're feeling drawn to certain fabrics right now. Yeah, I was hearing a song the other day. It was talking about wool. Oh yeah, and dairy. He was talking about, he was saying that he found a better cheddar from an alien sneeze to tell the president the revolution is dairy free. So I was feeling like someone was feeling called to go dairy free. But that song was talking about wool. Tell Little Bo Peep I found her sheep. And he was talking about wool. And the very next song that came on was talking about linen. So I feel like something about wool and linen. I know there's a theory that about like energetically, the frequencies oppose one another and they balance each other out. Oh gosh. So they balance each other out. And so there could be something about balance or certain opposing energies and frequencies, something to do with that. I don't know. Yeah, it could be the fabrics that you're wearing. Own your power. Fix the external by changing the internal. Own your power. I'm also feeling like this could be like a signature scent because you have flower essence showing up. You could be infusing oils or making your own perfumes with flower essence. Cooking as well, I'm hearing. Okay. You're healing from all angles here. We have flower essence and we also have raw chocolate showing up. When I hit shuffle, the song that came through for you guys was by Demi Lovato. It was called I Love Me. And that's like it's like a love song to herself. And she was saying, you know, I'm so good at giving love to everyone else, but when it comes to myself, I have no problem beating up on myself. So there's something here about showering yourself with love, raw chocolate, flower essence, giving yourself chocolate and roses. Okay. Daydreaming is also showing up here, fantasizing hopes and dreams, imagining what could be. Okay. Being kind to yourself in your mind, Page of Swords. Right? And allowing yourself to daydream what kind of version of yourself you would prefer to be in the future. I'm also noticing I'm being drawn in to see the smoke behind her. So there could be something about herbs, smoke cleansing. Okay, medicinal herbs here. It says, start a new hobby. You know what, this kind of this flower right here, it kind of reminds me of the same dill energy here. Oh, okay. So it could be that you're dreaming up, right? Something that could be, and it may start out as something small or a hobby, but it grows into something even bigger than you. Interesting. Start a hobby. If there's something that you enjoy doing, then do it. Do it for the fun of it. When it stops being fun, reevaluate and focus on the things that bring you joy, like chocolate, like Could be also the senses, right, that are going to unlock healing for you: taste, smell, slowing down and savoring, right? It could be that you're a little bit disassociated from your body because of the rush, right? The rush of life and that need to slow down. Right now, we aren't using a microwave in my house, and my family is complaining because it takes longer to heat up the food. But I was trying to tell them it's better for your food, and I know it takes longer, right? And we have to slow down. I have these glass Tupperwares. Honestly, I love them because I take them out of the fridge with the leftovers, and you shouldn't really mix cold and heat, right? But I figure if it heats up gradually with the oven, then it's okay. So far, it's been good, just straight from the fridge to the oven, and I really like that. It's not as quick, it's not as instantly gratifying as the microwave, right? But we take that time to slow down, and I think in the long run, it is more beneficial for our food, as long as our Tupperware can handle it, right? Our glass containers. There could be something here about writing down your ideas, writing down your research, writing down the daydreams that you're having, especially if you're having trouble dreaming at night. Okay, it could be that your angels are speaking to you through your daydreams, day visions, right? Write them down. There could be some kind of significance, and there could be a call for you to start creating something, right? The artist in you could be calling out. It says engaging in artistic activities is beneficial for your career, every other area of your life. Honestly, for this pile, I feel like you may have a barrier with relaxing. I feel like if it's not productive, if it's not something on your to-do list, if it's not necessary, or for the benefit of your family or the group, you may shy away from taking that time to nurture your creative side or to do something just for fun. And that could be why this start a hobby energy is showing up for you, Parrot group. It could be that you are being called to take that time of selfishness, right? To just take that time for yourself and to know that that in itself is productive, to be able to express that part of your soul, to allow, to have love for your own spirit in a way that allows it to express itself in its rawest form. Have that love for yourself, to give yourself that time, and to know that just the joy that it's bringing is enough. It's sparking something within you, and that is productive in itself, especially if your spirit is healthy. That's going to shine through. That's going to be a glow from within. You have under the influence showing up here as well. This could be saying, if it helps you to create, it's okay to tap into that indulgence once in a while. But if it becomes a barrier, or I'm kind of picking up on like this blocking your dreams, and that could be why some of these messages are coming through in the daytime as well. And it's just all about balance, right? Since your energy here, Parrot group, is all talking all about love, I thought maybe we can get you a message from the Love Language Oracle and see what kind of love language would be speaking to you, that you can show yourself, right? That you may not be conscious of. Okay, we have romance. Being romantic to yourself, taking yourself on trips, taking yourself out to do things that you enjoy doing, buying yourself that special gift, buying yourself roses and chocolate, and speaking love over yourself is going to make you feel good. We have DIY projects. This is going to be a way for you to express love to yourself. It could be a reflection in your home, right? It could be a reflection in the decorations that you put around your environment. So DIY projects is going to be a way for you to express love to yourself and to your home. We have lazy days. Yes, being lazy and resting is productive. Okay, allowing that feminine side of yourself to express herself, because the feminine does not want to be forced to work. When she's forced to work, that's when creative blockages happen. So we want to allow it to just flow freely and to come when the perfect moment is right. I'm picking up on this like freelancer energy here, where she's like, maybe I'll work today, maybe I won't. I love that. It says, may I have her hands? Okay. I don't know. It's just picking up on something like to do with your hands. Taking time to pamper your hands, maybe getting your nails done. I miss you. Coming back to yourself, getting to know yourself all over again. Date night in. Yeah, I'm really feeling like if you light some candles and you romanticize even dinner, like putting on some pasta, and even if you're just having cranberry juice, drinking it out of a fancy wine glass may help you feel more feminine, may enhance your experience. Okay, it may romanticize your life and bring some more joy and excitement into your day to day. Your biggest fan of being your own biggest fan and knowing that it's okay to have that self-love, right? To have that self-compassion, because you set the example for the rest of the world, including the children that look up to you. Okay. Imagine the way that you speak to yourself. Imagine your daughter growing up and speaking to herself in that way. And so in choosing to kind of reframe some of your thought patterns and the way that you're speaking about yourself, kind of reframing that and becoming your own biggest fan. Okay. What else? Oh, we have lunch date too. Okay, so something about your lunch hour, maybe romanticizing your lunch hour. I want to close out. Yeah, we have true love. Let me split the deck. True love, finding that true love and self-compassion and love for yourself is going to do wonders for your well-being. Okay, Parrot group. Closing messages for the Parrot. We have control. Oh, and then we have introspection. So you could be really reflecting right now on certain aspects of life that may be out of your control. And in what ways are you trying to hold on to other areas of your life? Or maybe, what is the word I'm looking for? Just overcompensate, right? In other areas that you're not able to really hold on to, because everybody goes through these struggles and these lessons and these hardships from time to time. Having that self-compassion for yourself, right? And understanding that some things are outside of our control. Maybe, is it the serenity prayer, right? God grant me the wisdom to know the difference. For the benefit of the ones that look up to you. There is a guardian angel around you. Okay, that's usually what I see with the teddy bear energy. Typically with the teddy bear energy, I feel these are angel messages that are coming through in different forms. It could be as simple as having a conversation with a stranger, right? And they say something significant and it may feel like it came from heaven, a message from the other side, and to trust that that was a guardian angel. This could also be, I feel like, because you are worried about something significant in your future, knowing that there is this guardian angel present that is watching over you, bringing you messages of caution in those most significant times. That's going to be able to give you this peace of mind to go ahead and rest. This could also be a sign of making your bedroom more comfortable. Okay, getting a literal teddy bear for that inner child healing, or investing in some pillows, right? Whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. Blankets, those fuzzy pajamas, silky romantic pajamas. Okay, whatever it is for you. Listening to the signs and knowing that you're not alone. Okay, that's going to help bring you that peace of mind and that well-being. That's your message, Parrot group. I hope this was helpful. Group 2, if you've selected the owl card, this is going to be your message. It says intuitive, wise, spiritual, sharing knowledge with others, being mindful as you go. So owl group, I have some cards selected for you. Also, you had more songs than the last group. The song that came on for you was Bag of Bones by Surfer Girl. And I love how when I was shuffling, the song kind of lined up with your card here, Mullen, Four of Swords. The Bag of Bones energy, he was talking about how even when he's a bag of bones, he's still going to, celebrate life on the down low, basically. And he was doing chores and he was having a really good time doing that. So moving meditation may be something that really speaks to your spirit. You may be someone who gets a lot of information from the spiritual world while you're doing day-to-day tasks like moving. You may notice synchronicities and patterns and moments where, like, maybe you're thinking about somebody and then they call you. Okay, those little serendipitous moments. Somebody may bring you an answer right as you were thinking of it, or right after a prayer that you had about that. So pay attention to these synchronicities, because I really noticed, I don't know why I was feeling a little bit of like a cynical energy with this group. And so when I pulled the owl card, I was like, the owl. And then another owl came right after that as confirmation. It says, owl and moonflower, wisdom and cycles. Know that everything will pass in its own timing. Change is constant. Okay. And you may be someone who's staying up late at night, because I was also picking it up on, yeah, we were getting like double the messages. It says cut your screen time and social media detox. So maybe watching TV or watching social media at night, and so you're not getting as much sleep as you could be getting is coming through. Also being really in tune with the moon, the cycles of the moon, maybe even having a moon garden is going to be something that's really beneficial for your soul, is something I'm picking up here. But yeah, so I was listening to your music, and Back of Bones was a really upbeat, fun song that was coming through. And then the next song that had played was called Buying Time by Lily Fitz. And I noticed that on the bottom of the deck, we had Patience here showing up. So I was like, oh, are we supposed to take a second song? And just then I pulled this card. It says Hit the Brakes. And this is the same kind of vehicle that's on the album cover of that song, Buying Time. So these are the kinds of signs and synchronicities that I feel are going to be apparent around you, and it's going to be a part of your well-being and part of your health journey to really pay attention to these signs and synchronicities. It's going to provide answers of confirmation on which path to take, which health routine to follow, because I'm picking up on maybe like a lack of motivation with certain things, maybe trying something and being overwhelmed with too many options, and so quitting before you see any real benefits. And so I feel like if you're like, no, I got that confirmation, I had that dream, I saw that synchronicity, I saw that repeating pattern that could have only been, something magic, right? We have Awaken the Witch showing up. It says, awaken your dormant potential and unlock your inner witch. I feel like there's going to be certain magical happenings that are occurring at the most perfect time, and that's going to give you that confidence to really start seeing things through. Buying Time had come through with this support card as well. And also in that first song, he was saying, I'm going to call all my friends. Some of them I haven't seen in years. So some of them I haven't seen in months, some of them I haven't seen in years. And so I feel like you could be getting in touch with old friends, and just overall knowing that you have the support that you need to be able to reach out in those darker moments. Because Buying Time, and with that owl symbolism here, I feel like you could be going through some dark periods in life where you might need that reassurance or that company or that positivity in your life to be able to reach out to a friend or to celebrate life, to get through, just to have something to look forward to. Because I feel like you may be in a season where you're not able to really see the silver lining at all the time. And this may kind of infringe on you being able to take care of yourself or to feel at your best, right? There's something here about moving, right? With the Four of Swords. Okay. You could be somebody who's not really feeling like moving around a lot, but right now I'm getting the energy of, it's interesting that this says hit the brakes. This person's about to kind of roll off into a dangerous zone. So there could be something here about balancing your need to really like plan out where it is you're going. And it could be that this moment of pause, or this moment of not wanting to go forward, I am getting a lot of exhaustion from the insomnia that you may be experiencing. Okay. But I feel like it has a lot to do with you pushing forward in the past and running into kind of like these obstacles or these sticky situations. And knowing that when you hit the brakes and you pause and you're taking that moment to celebrate life and to reflect and to plan things out, that's actually going to propel you forward. I'm also, again, getting moving meditation from these cards. I'm also feeling for some of you actually physically moving, getting in your car and driving away and relocating somewhere, because that was taking place in the music video. And then finally, the third song that had come on for you guys is It Gets Better by Grizz. So I feel like there is this strong message coming through that there is something right around the bend. I feel as though it has a lot to do with possibly a wish fulfillment, something that is going to bring a lot of joy and happiness to you. Okay, at this time, you may be really focusing on the things that you don't have, the things that you are wanting to bring into your reality. Also, herbal healing with dandelion could be important. So go ahead and research the benefits of dandelion. But overall, I feel like having patience and knowing that it does get better, it's going to be beneficial to you at this time. So Owl Group, the card that came out for you says the colors you wear. And I was picking up on that in group 1 with the Parrot as well. So it says use color magic by wearing colors that attract things that you want. Okay, and that could be why you have this Awaken the Witch energy here as well. Really tapping into some of the more magical sides of life and I just feel like bringing more color into your day-to-day tasks with this. See how her color duster is like this festive rainbow with like these sparkles coming out of it? there's going to be magic occurring. The more that you take care of your environment, the more that your environment is going to start assisting you with taking care of you. That's very interesting. Also, there was something here about sauce. Okay, you could be incorporating some of your herbal healing with some of your salad dressings or sauces that you're putting on, let's say, a hamburger or whatever it is. Also, I thought it was kind of funny that you guys had jam and butter. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe you like putting jam and butter on biscuits, I heard. I was thinking toast, but I heard biscuits specifically. So that sounds good. You could be making your own butter and jam. You could be gifting it for the holidays. I don't know, but that maybe medicinal jam. Maybe you're making some kind of medicinal jam or honey. Okay. That could be something that's taking place. Garlic butter. Ooh, that would be good. Infusing herbs with butter and making a sauce that way. Another thing that was really interesting that came out in your guys' cards, look at this. You got clean water and hydrate, and you got intermittent fasting. Every method can be effective, but figuring out which one works best depends on the individual. Do some research and see what type of fasting works best for you. You could be somebody who's juicing or making your own juices, celery juice, fruit juice, kale, okay, is coming through. And it also says drinking your calories. So you could be someone who benefits from switching to some kind of smoothie or juice intake. Okay, it says it's easy to lose track of your daily calories when drinking juices, soda, and sports drink. Remember, sugar, whether natural or refined, should be consumed in moderation. Okay, so if you are on some kind of liquid diet, just be mindful of the amount of sugar that you're drinking. I know I had a cup of juice yesterday, and I knew it was going to be too sugary for me, and sure enough, about a half hour later, there was inflammation all over my body, and I was hurting. And so if you're somebody who's sensitive to sugar like me, you may want to be mindful, right? Because that's what the owl says. It says, be mindful as you go. Be mindful of how your body feels as you're taking in and absorbing certain supplements, as well as herbs and foods and all of that, everything that's going in. We have non-negotiables, okay? Being mindful of what is good for you and what is not. Finally, we have study came out. Look at. Sorry, I'm actually having some connection issues, so hopefully this video comes out okay. But you got study with another owl, and it says reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So you could be somebody, what is that behind him? Is that an hourglass? I think that's, yeah, it's an hourglass. Interesting. At first I thought it was some kind of like, I thought it was smoking on top, but I see now it's hourglass, which you guys have here. It says patience. So if you are in a situation where you're just kind of writing out a certain timeline or waiting for a certain time to pass, maybe taking that time to learn, like I'm picking up on someone who has a long commute on either a train or being stuck in traffic, and using that time to listen to audiobooks so that you can learn something new or learn how to start a business, or I'm not sure, but whatever it is that you're learning during this time in this period of darkness, because I am picking up on like some depressing times and not feeling like very good about not being in control of certain things. But I am seeing that with the key around this person's neck, that you are going to be led to find the answers. It could be during your studies and during your research that you find these answers that help not only you, but other people, because you also got children. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So you could be somebody of influence, somebody that children look up to in some way, an uncle, a parent, a friend, a teacher. Okay. Your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. And finally, we have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of oration. Is that right? Yeah. So you have this gift to be able to explain things to people so that they can understand, so that they can benefit from your wisdom, from your experiences and your knowledge. Okay. Especially because you have spirit assisting you, guiding you to certain answers in supernatural forms. And you have that advantage, right? Yeah. We have communication. When I pulled just now, it says phone, speak, calling. You have the phone twice. So reaching out and calling people is going to be really beneficial to your mental and emotional well-being, knowing that you're not alone, having some kind of, even if it's an online friendship or reaching out to a friend when you're not feeling good, is going to be really beneficial in your healing journey. It says links relationships, promotes reaching out, enhancing interaction and expression. Speak what's on your mind, especially if you are having some kind of heavy thoughts related to these periods of night or walking through the valley, right? Like these are the moments that are really heavy. And so reaching out and knowing that you're not alone is going to be very beneficial. Again, I felt like somebody may be moving, okay, or relocation is going to give you that refreshing spark in your mental health that's needed at this time. It could be a vacation, taking a trip, booking a retreat, okay, or it could be moving. It says travel, new experiences, holds memories, promotes change, prepare for journeys, and get ready to get away. This could be looking forward to something, having a trip or a vacation to look forward to is going to help really motivate you in certain ways that you weren't feeling motivated before. Anything else for the owl group for their health and well-being? We have wise, what does that say? Tones, learning from the past, wealth of knowledge, becoming a success story, study, education, and history. So you could be somebody who really likes to read or write, but you like to study, right? You like to research, you like to look things up, you like to become wealthy in knowledge. That's very interesting. And then we have exploration, vision, afar. Okay, looking at the bigger picture, looking into the future, not with worry, but with excitement, and knowing that the possibilities, just as much as they're able to bring you things that could cause sadness and worry and stress, they could just as easily bring you happiness and joy. It says, look beyond the obvious, look at the signs, look at the synchronicities, the patterns. They're going to bring you that confirmation that you're not alone. There's nothing to worry about because God is there with you. Okay, we have handbag. You don't have to be perfect to have a great time. So really enjoying those moments, even if you're just sweeping your floor, right? Or washing your car, really enjoying the fact that you have the ability, right? Look at this person putting his bike together. It says, you're ready. It's in the wrong deck. Knowing that you have the ability, right, to bake that pie. It says it's the little things that make life sweeter. Don't forget to appreciate them. Yes, that's exactly what I was picking up on. So I am having a little bit of a connection issue, so I think that's where we're going to close your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and I hope that this helps. Group 3, the song that had come on for you is by Queen Irby. It's called Medicine Woman, and you had chose the Crow card, which the crow is a very mystical sign, right? They usually signify mystery and magic and all things hidden. It says transition, rebirth, change, getting signs from spirit, connecting to your higher self. And your primary tarot card that had come out is the Ace of Swords. With the Crow spirit, I'm feeling that you're a super intelligent being. You're able to find the answers, okay, sometimes through signs and messages from God. You are your own greatest advocate in your healing journey. You're constantly looking things up, doing the research, finding the medicines that work best for you and your family. And for the Crow group, I noticed that you may have a tie or a significance to flowers or teas because you have chamomile, hibiscus, and lavender, okay, calming flowers. You could be somebody that's into herbal blends or teas, could be a big part of your journey. Overall, though, I am seeing that you are somebody who is really in tune with spirit, really in tune with your spirituality. The tiger, okay, it says fierce and famous. It came out with the crow. They came out together. It says stand your ground and put yourself in the spotlight, glowing reputation. The tiger to me is a sign of clairaudience and sound healing because they do emit certain frequencies when they are roaring that can paralyze its prey without being able to physically hear it with their ears, right? And so I feel like you have this knowing. You may be someone who gets messages from music, and you have this faith or this knowing tied to the messages you're hearing without that physical proof, okay? You're able to kind of see through certain things in multiple ways, right, to find that answer. So let's find out more. Oh, I'm being guided to read this lavender card. It says, being gentle and soft, bubble baths and alone time, breathe deeply, bring calm to routine, meditation and silence, fresh herbal tea, and diffuser. Okay, so these could be things that bring you health and wellness at this time. We have tincture is part of your pile as well. So some of these flower essences through the form of tinctures. Sparkly drink came out, okay, interestingly enough, with berries. And so this could be something that if you incorporate that could have a huge effect with your mental wellness and your emotional wellness, right? You could just be feeling a little bit more fancy, adding some berries into your drink. I don't know, maybe making ice cubes with certain berries that have healing properties could be something that's really helpful for somebody. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm interested to hear or if you have a creative idea linked to sparkly drinks and berries and how that relates to wellness. Okay, so we have raw chocolate also showing up. Okay, I didn't know that this was part of this group. Again, okay, raw chocolate making another appearance. It says, not the right time, not ready. Change your mindset so you can attract weight loss success. Focus on solutions, not excuses. So I feel like you might be somebody who's saying, I'm not ready at this time to make certain advances or changes in my diet, my exercise, my wellness routines, but you're being asked to focus on the solutions and not the excuses at this time, because more effort is going to be required for you to be able to succeed. Then this card over here on the bottom of the deck says it will take time, but you'll get there. So know that you are going to get there, but you need to give yourself the time needed to adapt to these changes. Okay, black cat energy along with the crow, right? Very mystical, mysterious, magical energy. You exude mystery, Halloween magic, superstitions, all things occult, which is familiar, protection, and unexpected luck. Okay, and usually the black cat to me signifies a change in choice, okay, moving in a new direction, and that resulting in some unexpected luck. So I feel like that could apply here with your health situation. Getting more rest, and not just rest, but quality rest. You may be feeling called to purchase a sleep mask, because I noticed that it showed up in your cards twice here. We have rest and quality of sleep showing up. It says you may be sleeping with the enemy. When you don't get enough sleep, you're setting a whole cascade of events in motion hormonally that sets you up for weight gain. Oh gosh. Okay, so part of your wellness and your health is to get proper sleep. This is going to balance your hormones so that you're able to avoid some of those fluctuations in weight that are unnecessary and counterproductive to your goals, right? We have financial goals and expand your network had come out. So you could be somebody who's focused on your money, growing your business, expanding your social network, okay, is something that's coming up. And it had come out with set relationship goals. And I was a little bit confused why relationships were going to be applying in your health and wellness reading. But I guess you guys are focusing on healing some heart healing, some trauma, some betrayal, some past hurt that had occurred as a blockage, a direct blockage to your financial goals. And so I see that through this healing in your relationships and healing this heart center and being able to forgive, not necessarily the people as much as you are finding forgiveness in the situation, so that you were able to take away some of the lessons and enhance your magic in ways that you wouldn't have been able to before. Okay, and I do see that there is this blockage that is going to be being cleared out in regards to your romantic life. And this is going to bring in more fertility and growth, whether this be in your business or whether this is an actual, I mean, there could be a new birth of some sort that's coming in here. And I guess that's coming into play with your health and wellness. Okay, because when I asked about the fertility, I did get this test card came out along with betrayal. So this could be either it's a metaphorical test or a spiritual test that had occurred that took place with this betrayal. And that could be why you're being asked to have forgiveness for the situation, right? If it was destined to occur, then how much can you really be hung up on the fact that it occurred, right? Or making peace with it, at least, that there is some sort of bigger picture or some I don't know, some greater prize at play here. This could be forgiveness in your own faith as well, or in your own practice, right? And knowing that you endured some of these tests and made it out the other side. Getting dressed, okay, and feeling good about how you look in the mirror is going to be really beneficial for your health and well-being. And again, just hearing those messages and those confirmations and those answers through music, and knowing that your nervous system is confirming some of those answers that your body already knows, that your inner knowing is trying to speak to you. Okay, and this is going to also be attracting some of your soul family, people that are able to benefit from these answers as well. Okay, it could be that you're having certain synchronistic conversations with people, and they could be going through some of the same things that you're going through, that you're finding answers for as well. I want to get you a spirit baby, a sparkle message, since that fertility card did come up. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we have fertile myrtle. So you could be somebody who is fertile during this time. So if you're not wanting to have a baby or expand your family, okay, that could be why. If you're seeing teddy bears as well, then just be mindful of that you are fertile during this time. It could even be a C-section birth. Let's see what else here. Oops. Okay. So we have, miracle baby is what came out. miracle baby and prenatal vitamins. So if you feel like this could be you, you may be wanting to get some prenatal vitamins. Oh, this is a baby that you're going to have so much love for. I love you to the moon and back. There could be some complications, and so that could be why, this is coming to your attention now, so that you can make some of those changes now, to kind of assist. But knowing that, with this being a miracle baby, knowing that everything is going to work out, going with the flow, a baby that goes with the flow, possibly even a baby with blue eyes. That's so nice. That's sweet. That's fun. So I hope that this message is helpful, and I hope that it brings you a sense of peace.